today because unfortunately Jay-Z is a douchebag and won't let us use his music while we're on the stream. So I'm here with the one and only Ryan Moore, who finally decided to show up this week. What a turn of events, huh?
Yeah.
So let's go into the awards and whatnot. So go to stats as I click on schedule like a moron.
Alright, speed the stats.
So let's look at the awards. Go to weekly awards. So go to week 15.
In week 15, J.J. Nelson breaks the all-time receiving yards per game with 503 receiving yards, 4 receiving touchdowns, and 12 receptions.
Unrealistic. Sad.
Delvin Breaux, 11 tackles, 2 picks, 1 TD, a pick 6. Good game for Breaux. The dog never gonna shut the fuck up. Le'Veon Bell, 32 carries, 158 rushing yards, 4.9 yards per game or per carry, 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 receptions, 60 receiving yards, 30 reception yards average, and 1 receiving touchdown. So an overall all-purpose game for Le'Veon Bell, phenomenal game. And Jamal Adams, the rook, 7 tackles, 2 picks. Good game.
So we got a comment in here already. So let me go check what that is. I don't want to have the comment screen up there, so broadcast settings, view comments. Oh, I don't know who that is. Okay, so that comment is to be disregarded. So here I go, Le'Veon Bell. Go over Le'Veon Bell and Jamal Adams. Ryan?
Huh?
Did you already go over the AFC guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the yearly awards.
Alright.
Of things we don't want to see.
Yearly awards. The MVP race is between Derek Carr, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson. The likely will be Derek Carr. However, Tom Brady makes a compelling case of 42 touchdowns, 12 picks, and a 73% completion percentage. However, Derek Carr broke the NFL TD record. He's undefeated. It's probably going to be him.
I'm Christopher Johansson.
And Russell Wilson, I'm sorry, man, but you're like the Tom Brady of this year's past MVP race in real life. You're as good as the season you might be having. You're not winning it, unfortunately.
Coach of the year goes to Jack Del Rio, to nobody's surprise.
Yeah. No love for Randy Moss, huh? Even though 7-7 Titans are here, but okay.
Going to the AFC Offensive Player of the Year again.
Derek Carr and Tom Brady are. You know, we might get to see a new rivalry late in Tom Brady's career between Carr and Tom Brady. Maybe playoff matchup. Patriots and Raiders already hated rivals, so we can see that.
Defensive Player of the Year goes to none other than Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack likely going to win unless Brandon Marshall or Alvin Smith pull an amazing final 2 games to get the victory. You know, get the DPOI. Rookie of the Year going to Deshaun Kaiser.
Even though he has more interceptions than he has touchdowns. Actually, I think that was changed after this week. Leonard Fournette, he was in the running last week.
Fournette and Kaiser are neck and neck. So if Fournette has a huge game this week, maybe he gets the lead again.
Then Corey Coleman and then Deshaun Watson.
Miles Jack and TJ Watt competing for DPOI, with Jabril Peppers in the 3rd spot. Overall, it might be Miles Jack unless TJ Watt has 2 crazy games. Best QB, Derek Carr. Derek Carr having a breakout year.
Followed by Tom Brady and Ray Pittsburgher.
Yeah.
Getting rowdy as Roethlisberger in a bathroom stall.
Le'Veon Bell, best halfback, followed by Marshawn Lynch. Maybe Lynch could go beast mode these last few games.
Yeah, because JR said that he was going to contemplate benching Carr. So we could see huge games out of Marshawn.
Best wide receiver. Amari Cooper and Brandon Cooks neck and neck right here. That's going to be a good one.
I got Cooper winning that one.
So do I, but I mean, Cooks probably the best deep play threat in the league right now with the way he's looking. So we can see.
We got Osmelly, Donald Penn, Rodney Hudson, and Gabe
Wow,
Jackson
Raiders
all the way.
Raiders. Khalil Mack attack with the best D-line, followed by Carlos Dunlap. Alden Smith and Brandon Marshall, best linebacker. So Alden Smith's probably having a really good season this year. Chris Harris Jr., David Amerson, and Sean Smith all competing for best defensive back.
I
Best
got
kicker Chandler Catanzaro.
I got him that award. Don't even play.
Catanzaro.
Yeah, he's the only reason that I'm the only reason he has that award.
NFC Offensive Player of the Year going to Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson, while he might not get the MVP, he's looking like a strong candidate for Offensive Player of the Year if Aaron Rodgers does not play well.
And JJ Nelson.
Oh wow, JJ Nelson. Bobby Wagner and Richard Sherman going neck and neck for DPOY, but don't sleep on Zach Brown. He might get it too.
He was in the lead last week, wasn't he?
I wasn't sure. Wagner though, Wagner might, unless Sherman has crazy game where he shut down and gets a few picks. I think it's gonna go to Wagner.
Yep.
Rookie of the Year,
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. He has 42 or 43 touchdowns this season, so good job, Wentz.
The only 2018 rookie in the top 5 is Mitch Trubisky, and that's the
Money
CPU
Mitch.
team.
Deion Jones with the Rookie of the Year.
Oh, so he's back up there. When me and JR checked it, he wasn't even in the top 5.
Oh wow. Jalen Smith, second place. So it looks like Deion Jones and Jalen Smith neck and neck for that one. Best QB, Carson Wentz. Wow, what a rookie season. Carson Palmer. The Carsons battling out here.
I hate Carson Palmer. I hate
all
everything he
Carsons.
stands for,
I hate all Carsons.
including Carson Bryant.
Hey, Carson Wentz. Hey, Carson Palmer. I'm kidding. I don't hate all Carsons. I hate Carson Bryant, Carson Wentz, Carson Palmer. Jamal Charles and Zeke Elliott competing, so that'll be NFC East right here. I got Charles winning this one.
Charles has a strong
JJ.
case.
JJ Nelson probably gonna win best wide receiver because
Look at Odell. He should be up there. He just had a record-breaking game. But you know,
then JJ Nelson shattered it.
unrealisticness always takes over,
However,
right?
Alshon Jeffrey has the most tied for the most touchdowns all time in a season. So we might see some fireworks. Alshon Jeffrey might break the record. So it's gonna be a fun competition. I got JJ Nelson, but
Don't sleep on Alshon, Jordy, and Odell though. All these guys can make
Trent
huge
Williams,
cases.
Let's go Greg, I smacked my bitch up Hardy with best D lineman.
Look at the wife beater terrorizing these defenses.
He hitting them hard, yo.
Right?
Robert Kandichi, Chris Baker, and Hassan Reddick, all competing. Best linebacker, Bobby Wagner once again. No shocker if he's DPOY, he's getting best linebacker. Janoris Jenkins, best D-back, followed by Delvin Burrow after that huge game.
And then Malcolm Jenkins.
and Richard Sherman. Best kicker, Matt Bryant. All right.
I think Janoris Jenkins has the most picks in the league.
All right, on to just player stats in general. We'll peep the stats.
Who are the league leaders?
League leaders in touchdowns. Oh wow, Derek Carr with 62 picks.
62 picks?
62 touchdowns. Sorry, I'm fucking retarded today. 62 touchdowns for Derek Carr. Wow.
Followed by Carson Wentz's 43.
43 touchdowns.
Brady's
Brady
42.
And Palmer, 42. Look at Brady's stat line compared to the rest. 42 touchdowns, 12 picks. Who's the real best quarterback in the league?
He has the chance of breaking 5,000 yards. I think he will.
So do I. Brady also has the best completion percentage in the league for most attempts with 300, or how many attempts? 416 attempts with 300 completions. And Aaron Rodgers is just following up barely at 71%. Alright, least or most picks in the league goes to Deshaun Kaiser with 29. Jesus Christ.
Scotty, get it together.
Least picks in the NFL though.
Of a starting quarterback.
For most attempts would be Paxton Lynch and Brian Hoyer. And Russell Wilson, all with 6. And Tyrod Taylor, all with 6. Wow, Russell Wilson, 31 touchdowns, 6 picks. He's definitely making a great case. Good season for Danger Russ right there. Average yards per game, Tom Brady with 327.6. Next closest is Aaron Rodgers with 318.6. Highest passer rating for actual like starter, Tom Brady 129.7 yards per attempt. 12.1 for Derek Carr and 11 for Tom Brady. Longest pass this season goes to Sam Bradford and Eli Manning. You think of all the quarterbacks, you would probably think that Sam Bradford would be on the shortest throws, but I guess not.
He has the shortest ACL.
Most sacks, Jesus. Trubisky got sacked 50 times and was only thrown 10 picks. That's a pretty good season for him. Good rookie season for Mitch Trubisky.
Even though he's taking a beating.
Wow. Marshawn Lynch. 2,000 rushing yards in a single season. That's just amazing.
Followed up by LeSean McCoy, 300 yards back.
Yeah. Most rushing fumbles in the league, though, goes to Jordan Howard and Jonathan Stewart. Most touchdowns goes to Le'Veon Bell and Melvin Gordon. Broken tackles, Le'Veon Bell once again.
You wouldn't think that because, you know, Le'Veon Bell isn't really that much of a power runner.
He's elusive, though. He can break tackles. Marshawn Lynch is the most yards after contact by far. Longest run of the season, though. 97 yards for Todd Gurley. Kaepernick had a 92-yard run. Good for Cap.
Even though he's a wasted talent.
I missed the old Kaepernick. Not the fucking political Kaepernick. Alright, most receptions in the league. Jordy Nelson with 103. Great season for Jordy. JJ Nelson, 1.9k yards. Come on. 18 touchdowns for JJ Nelson. Jordy, Odell, and Alshon. All competing. Most receiving touchdowns. 23 and 23 for Amari Cooper and Alshon Jeffrey. JJ Nelson with 18, Odell with 17. Cooks and Crabtree with 16 and 17. Most receiving average for a reception goes to JJ Nelson for 34 yards per reception.
That's not realistic at all.
Yep. Run after catch average, hold on. We're actual like starting wide receivers. Let's see. It would be Amari Cooper at 10.6 yards per like actual receptions, or Le'Veon Bell at 10.8. Longest reception, Latavius Murray and Odell Beckham with both at 95-yard receptions.
I think that was just last week.
Wow. Tom Compton gets the worst O-line of the season, or O-lineman of the season award with 22 sacks, given up by Donovan Smith's also competing. So who will be the worst lineman?
Who's the best lineman? Of
well,
games,
look at snaps.
Most games played, yeah, Orlando Franklin. 0 sacks.
You'd think of all the linemen, you would think that Orlando Franklin would be giving up sacks, but no. Good season for Franklin.
Most tackles of all the NFL goes to Denzel Perryman with 142.
Most tackles for loss, 18 from JJ Twat. Most quarterback sacks, 18.5 for Khalil Mack. Holy shit. Interceptions, 8 for Janoris Jenkins, 7 for Delvin Rowe, 6 for Chris Harris Jr., 5 for Tremaine Brock. What a competition right there. Interception return yards, 146 for Jalen Watkins. Longest interception return, 96 yards for Stephon Gilmore. I remember that pick 6. It's the Rams. 18 pass deflections for Brandon Marshall. So yeah, once again, a great season for him. 4 picks on him. Most catches allowed though. 57 from Aaron Henderson.
Worst corner. That's a middle linebacker. Who's the worst corner in the league? Chris Harris Jr. with 36 catches allowed.
That doesn't mean he's the worst corner though. That just means he gets started a lot. I would say, out of all these cornerbacks that played bad, probably Prince Amukamara. Like he has, actually, no. Who would be the worst? We gotta compare interceptions as well. Probably someone like, I'd say Darius Slay. 28 catches allowed, 0 picks, and only 6 pass deflections. That's pretty awful stat line.
Justin Houston with what was I looking at?
Most pass.
I'm trying to
most
look for
pass deflections. Tremaine Johnson has most pass deflections, tied with Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie, not including the linebackers. 4 fumbles, 7 for Justin Houston. Jeez, 5 for Dante Hightower, 4 for Derek Morgan. Fumble recoveries, 4 for David Harris, 3 for Justin Houston, 3 for Derek Morgan. Okay. Fumble return yards, 77 from Morgan Burnett. Safety count, 1 for Deion Jones, 1 for Geno Atkins, 1 for Jay Howard, 1 for Orlando Scandrick, and 1 for Dominic Easley. Block kicks, 1 for Geno Atkins, 1 for George Aloka, 1 for Blake Jackson, 1 for Tyrann Mathieu.
2 defensive touchdowns from Deshaun Cheed.
Will Peppers. And a boatload of other players.
I think that's about it for season stats.
And then we'll take a look at kicking. Any kickers going 100%, like going the distance. Blair Walsh, you're only 3 for 3. That's extra points anyway. Nick Novak and Sean Sweesom in the 100% kicks. Chandler Catanzaro only missed 1 kick the previous season. Alright, longest field goal, 61-yarder from Ryan Suckup. And field goals blocked, 1 from John. Okay, boatload kickers. I'm not gonna go through all these. Alright, punting. Most, I guess, punting yards. Riley Dixon, congrats. Don't give a shit about you anyway.
Who has the highest net average? Marquette King. He only has 1 punt though. He only has 1 punt. So the Raiders aren't punting. They're scoring every time.
Odell Beckham Jr. with the most kick return touchdowns and kick return yards. Punt returns. Brandon Cooks at the most punt return yards at 520 and 3 punt return touchdowns with Jarvis Landry. 2 punt return touchdowns with 337 punt return yards. So Cooks, what a season for Cooks. Alright.
I think now we can go look at the games.
Alright.
Actually, no, there were some NFL records that were broken.
Right,
actually, no, wait. We'll save that for the yearly review after next week.
Alright.
That would be a good time to go over it.
Alright.
So let's go right into the games.
Alright, league schedule. We're just gonna do just people actually played.
Yep,
All right,
so...
Bossman JR, Seahawks, let's peep the stats.
No, here's what you do, Ryan. You press sort on times played, and that gives you all the ones that are played first.
Okay.
So you don't have to skip. So let's look at Scotty whipping the Buffalo Bills, 42-13. Led in every category but turnovers.
Deshaun Kaiser, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. I'm sorry. Isaiah
Hell of a
Crowell,
game.
18 attempts, 136 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 fumble. Njoku, Crowell, and Coleman all with the receiving touchdown. Sacks, none. QB sacks, Myles Garrett and Christian Kirksey. Interceptions, 1 for Trey Caldwell. Deflections, 2 from Brianne Body Calhoun. And catches allowed, none.
Any fumbles?
Forced fumbles,
nope.
None. Touchdowns, none. Safeties, none.
So look at the Bills stats.
Bills didn't have a user?
They have a user.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
Okay. So
the league's full besides a handful of teams.
Oh, okay. So, Tyrod, T-Mobile, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 times that.
Not a good game
10
for
for
Tyrod.
6.9 yards.
Yeah, I was laughing at that.
John McCoy. Charles Clay with the receiving touchdown. Just a bad game in general for the Bills. Cordy Glenn and Richie Incognito give out sacks.
The bully.
QB sacks, none. No interceptions. Any forced fumbles? 1 from Shaq Waz, and was even recovered? Nope.
Just a lackluster game. Yeah. Player of the game is definitely gonna go to Deshaun Kaiser. 3 TDs, no picks, 86% completion percentage. Yeah, it's gotta go to Kaiser.
Yeah. Raiders, yay.
Moving on to Oakland and San Diego.
5 passing touchdowns for Derek Carr.
This game was
Wow.
actually a user game until San Diego lost the connection, and then Oakland had to play the CPU. Look at they're
Wow.
tied going into halftime. Oakland took the lead, and then they kind of just held on for their life in the fourth quarter. They had a minute more in time of possession, but it looks like a pretty decent game that may have been fun to watch. Lots of offense. Let's look at the just the Raiders stats because they were the only U's that played.
5 touchdowns, 3 picks for Carr, with 254 yards, 30 attempts, 150 yards for Marshawn, no touchdowns. 2 receiving touchdowns for Jared Cook. 10 receptions, 179
Cook went
yards.
nuts this game.
Crabtree, Roberts, Walford. No one else. Okay.
Amari Cooper had
receiving
no
touchdowns.
receptions. Something to pinpoint.
Austin Howard and Kalishi Azamelli with sacks going up. QB sacks, Khalil Mack, Jelani Jenkins, and Alden Smith with sacks each.
The Rapist had 2 picks.
2 picks. Respect. 3 pass deflections, have a game, Gary and Conley, and also have a chick in the hotel room. 1 forced fumble for Alden Smith. No safeties, no block kicks, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, no block kicks, no TDs.
So, yeah, player of the game goes to Jared Cook. I'm giving it to Jared Cook. 10 receptions, 179 yards, and 2 TDs.
That's a pretty good style, I can't lie.
But we can't ignore the Rapist. 3 tackles,
Right.
2 picks. Moving on.
Alright,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh and Bengals.
I think this wasn't a user game. It was just be well.
Okay, Roethlisberger, 2 touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell, 100. Well, I mean, he had that career game. Do I need to? I already explained the awards.
200 and something total purpose yards, like 4 touchdowns.
That's just insane. Martavis Bryant had the other receiving touchdown. 8 sacks. Giving up Alejandro Villanueva. Marcus Gilbert giving up sacks. And he's QB sacks. Stephon Tuitt, James Harrison, and Bud Dupree all had sacks. 2 for Tuitt, 1.5 for Harrison, and half sack for Bud Dupree. No interceptions.
Fumbles, no fumbles. So player of the game obviously goes to player of the week, Le'Veon Bell.
Yep. All right. Sorry, I'm really fucking exhausted. Holy shit.
Yeah, right. Like I can barely keep my eyes open.
Alright,
Going on to Seattle and the Rams. Just Seattle this game. Nick taking care of business here.
Dangerous, 1 touchdown, 0 picks, 211 passing yards.
45% though.
Rushing touchdown. Not a good game stat, like completion wise, but kept the ball, like didn't turn it over really other than that 1 fumble. Tyler Lockett with a receiving touchdown, 5 receptions, 125 yards. Backs giving up 1 for Luke Jokel. I don't know why Seahawks ever signed him. Dog won't shut the fuck up. Tackles for loss, 3 for Mike Bennett.
And the
Interceptions,
Seahawks
0.
the Seahawks didn't win this game. They lost.
Deion Jordan with a forced fumble recovery. And still take the L.
So let's see what the Rams did right.
Are your daddy.
Let's see what the Rams did right. Jared Goff with 2 TDs with a 67% completion percentage. And Todd Gurley having a hell of a game, 146 yards and a touchdown. So yeah, Todd Gurley took care of business here, and that's the story of that's the moral of the story.
Yep. Dolphins, Jets, 2 teams I'm gonna be facing in a couple these next 2 weeks. Dolphucks, 2 passing touchdowns, 3
I don't know.
picks for Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't a user game, so let's look at the Dolphins. Tannehill, 2 TDs with 3 picks, but he still held on. 80% completion percentage.
Alright. Jay Ajayi, 2 touchdowns, 95 yards. Receiving, Parker and Landry, all of the receiving touchdowns.
Player of the game goes to JJ, in my opinion.
I agree. Some sacks from William Hayes, Cole Misi, and Cameron Wake.
No picks.
Forced fumble from Andre Branch. There was 0 picks.
Player of the game goes to JJ, stepping it up huge.
Alright.
But might I add that the Dolphins doubled in time of possession.
Alright, Buccaneers and Cowboys.
Cowboys taking the L after losing to the Giants 9-7 in a heavily defensive game.
Dak caught Prescott, 2 passing touchdowns, 0 picks.
309 yards, 61%. So pretty good game from Dak.
Yeah, I guess so. Zeke, 12 attempts, 60 yards, 1 touchdown.
Most part,
Williams.
Ezekiel Elliott was held in check for most of the game.
Yeah. Terrence Williams, 5 receptions, 123 yards. Jason Witten also had a passing touchdown. Or receiving touchdown. No sacks here up. Quarterback sacks. 1 for Daquan Bowers and 1 for Damian Wilson. Interceptions. None.
Fumbles.
Pass deflections, 1 from Aaron Williams and Nolan Carroll. Forced fumbles. 1 for David Irving, aka the fucking steroid user, and no defensive touchdown.
David Irving looks like the dude who would use steroids. I mean, look at him.
Facts.
But yeah, player of the game. Let's see what the Buccaneers did right, real quick. See what happened. Jameis Winston held in check for most of the game, 202 yards with a touchdown. Doug Martin is what happened. 20 carries, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns with a fumble. That's what happened. Doug Martin stepping up huge. And a receiving touchdown. So yeah, player of the game goes Doug Martin.
Facts. Muscle hamster going ham. Alright.
Looking at Jacksonville and Houston. Houston holding on. Holding off a fourth quarter rally.
H-Town.
Kaiser. Watson had a horrible game with 0 TDs and 2 picks, but 350 yards.
Lamar Miller. Oh my. Lamar Miller carried them. It's Lamar Miller play of the game if they won. Will Fuller and DeAndre Hopkins had strong games with no touchdowns, so I can't really give them. But Lamar Miller, 148 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like that's just too easy.
They did win. They held off the fourth quarter comeback.
Kevin Johnson with the pick. Any forced fumbles? Nope. Okay.
Player of the game goes to Lamar Miller, stepping up huge to hold off the fourth quarter comeback.
It's Miller time. Alright. Eagles at Ravens. Both users play this, right?
Yes, they did.
Eagles. Carson Wentz, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick.
No, there's an easier way to do this, Ryan. Just press both, and we can just get through both of them.
Flacco, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. 54% completion percentage. Charles, lackluster running game. Terrence West had a touchdown though. No, nothing special. Mike Wallace, 1 touchdown. Jamal Charles, 1 receiving touchdown.
Alshon Jeffrey with deuces.
1 sack given up by Jason Peters. QB sacks, Malcolm Jenkins, Timmy Jernigan, Nigel Bradham, Tyus Bowser, Stephen Paya, Jordan Hicks, Ronnie McLeod, and Derek Barnett. All sacks. A lot of sacks.
Malcolm Jenkins and Tavon Young, both with interceptions.
Yep.
And fumbles.
One forced fumble for Malcolm Jenkins, 1 for Tyus Bowser, and 1 for Tony Jefferson. Any fumble recoveries?
Just 1
from Brandon Carr.
Hey, he took it to the house.
He took it to the house. Okay. Player of the game
goes to I say Alshon Jeffrey or Carson Wentz.
Good to Wentz, the rook.
Proving why he's leading the Rookie of the Year.
All right. King Carlton versus Prickless, Kansas City, Tennessee. All right.
Yep, Carlton,
Alex,
JR's prodigy, taking the L to the
Alex
newbie.
Smith of 5. Alex Smith of 5 passing touchdowns. Come on, man. That's unrealistic. That's his career high, probably.
This is career high. There it is. Marcus Mariota, lackluster.
Overall, just a shit show. Unrealistic performance from Alex Smith. Marco Murray, 2 rushing touchdowns, though. Good game. Corey Davis, wow. Good season from the Rook. Brian Quick with another receiving touchdown and 2 from Spencer Ware for receiving touchdowns. And Travis Kelce and Chris Thomas.
Blocking 2 sacks from the left tackle, Taylor Lewan of the Titans.
1.5 sack from Tom Ali, 1 from Bryce McCain, 1 from Justin Houston, and half sack from Benny Logan. Adoree Jackson, my boy, with a pick. Marcus Peters. Mitchell with picks.
Overall, a pretty
Justin Houston, Derek Johnson, forced fumbles, 1 recovery from Eric Berry, no touchdowns. Okay.
I think player of the game goes to Alex Smith, stepping up for once in his career.
Yeah, congrats on your career highs, you bum.
Moving on.
Lions at Giants.
You could take this one because I want to be biased.
On good deal, man, because no one gives a shit about fucking LSU. What? Yes. Fuck. Okay. Alright, Eli Manning. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick.
460 yards.
This dude derped himself to 5 touchdowns. Wow.
Derped himself to 5 touchdowns. There it is.
Shane Vereen somehow actually developed a running ability they never had in New England. 1 rushing touchdown, 58 rushing yards. That's probably his career high as well. Odell Beckham, 205 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns.
Career game.
DJ Fluker and who else gave us a sack? DJ Fluker and Eric Flowers. Wow. Well, never thought from those two giving us sacks. Olivier Vernon, Neil McLean, sacks. Landon Collins and Janoris Jenkins, all the picks. 2 from
Landon Collins had 2.
No forced fumbles. Lackluster.
There was a forced fumble. Ezekiel Ansah.
I mean, on. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, player of the game goes to Eli Manning. Somehow derped himself to 5 TDs. Alright, we're gonna ignore the Cardinals game because I don't like to review games that are so heavily unrealistic. And this was just disrespectful.
Alright, 49ers at Falcons.
49ers taking care of business here with this late season push of not making the playoffs. If I were the 49ers, I would be tanking for a good pick.
Matt Schaub is the definition of literal shit. 9 completions for 36 attempts, 5 picks.
89 yards and 5 picks. I think Matt Schaub has more interceptions in this game than he does job losses.
Rushing yards, 84 for Devontae Freeman and a touchdown, 2 attempts. So just a shit show from the Falcons. Holy crap!
49ers dominated.
Ugly. Vic Beasley though, the only bright spot on this team, 2.5 sacks.
Player of the game goes to Caperdouche.
Yeah.
2 TDs, 220 yards, 58%. Gonna have to give it to Caperdouche. He actually did something.
Kaepernick summoned his 2013 self again. The OG Cap, the cool Cap.
But yeah, that's about it. So let's go to the week 16 picks for games that aren't already done. So we see the Giants beat the Eagles in the Thursday night matchup. So Dolphins and Bills. I'm gonna take the Dolphins in this one.
I gotta take the Bills. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Why are you taking the Bills? Defend your pick. Why are you taking the Bills? Because they just got rocked by Scotty.
Why on earth would I want to cheer for the Dolphins? Why would I want them to win?
No, not cheering for them, but who you think is going to win?
I still got the Bills. I think the Bills it's a trap game here.
That's all you had to say. So we're going to go with the Saints and the Buccaneers, who I think are going to be usered up soon. But I'm gonna take
the Saints.
I'm gonna take the Saints just because my season depends on it.
I got the Patriots for the biannual teabagging of the New York Jets.
If you actually play your game, I got you. But if you don't, then I'm taking the Jets. Your computer hasn't been too friendly to you. The Titans and the Jaguars.
Titans,
I think the Jaguars
Packers.
are gonna be usered up too. But I'm gonna take the Titans. Carlton's gonna bounce back.
Titans. I got Packers winning this one against
Packers.
the Vikings.
And we see Scotty took an L to the San Diego Chargers. Just recently, that game just went down. You can go see that on the channel.
Redskins are gonna beat the Bears. Falcons, I think will beat the. Actually, no, I got the Panthers beating the Falcons. No way.
Yeah, I
Matt
got-
Schaub's carrying them.
I got the Panthers, but Matt Ryan's coming back this week, so it'll be interesting.
I got the Raiders beating the Colts because
I got the Colts. I think actually, yeah, I think I got the Colts. I said yesterday that I thought the Rays were gonna win, but I think this is a trap game for the Colts. They're fighting for .500, and the Rays are fighting for perfection. I think that the Colts are gonna prove that they're gonna be something next season, and this is their prove it game. And I think they'll take care of the Raiders, and the Raiders will pull their starters early, I think.
All right.
I got obviously the Seahawks beat the Cardinals after the Cardinals had their unrealistic matchup, so I'm happy to see that.
Fuck Cardinals, bitch asses. 49ers are gonna beat the Rams, I think.
The Rams aren't usered up anymore, but so I'm taking
I got the
49ers.
Texans. I got the Texans beating the Bengals.
Yep.
Steelers beating the Ravens.
Yep.
And the Cowboys beating the shit out of the Lions.
Yeah, because the Lions aren't usered up anymore. But remember, this Detroit fan guy, he isn't the best user as he took a L to the CPU. So I guess we'll see what happens. But obviously the Chiefs took care of business and with the Denver Broncos beating them 37-31.
All right.
Week 17, this is going to be an interesting week. A lot of playoff spots will be taken up, but we'll go over this next week. Oh yes, the Saints and the Falcons play week 17. The Saints better win. Alright, so anything that you want to add to it before we get down?
Huh?
Anything you want to say before we sign off here?
Watch out, Jets. About to get cooking.
Did he respond to you yet?
No.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens here. But I had FAQ on the stream that got deleted, and I don't really want to go through that again. So I guess I'll be talking to Scotty about some ideas I want to do for the yearly review. But
right.
that'll all be soon to come. But good luck everybody in this in week 16. Get your games done by Wednesday at midnight.
Jets.
Except for the Jets, and that's about it from me. I'm your boy Caleb, and this is Ryan over here, and that's it from us.
Alright.